I'm here with.
Breezy Propane from Hamilton, Ohio.
There you go. There you go. I'm glad we finally got to link up. We've been knowing each other kind of for a minute, but we ain't never really got to link up and to actually talk music and shit. It was briefly in and out type shit because we got mutual friends, and that's how I kind of we got to know each other. But yeah, man. So I'm here in Hamilton, I'm in here in Hamilton, linking up with him. We're gonna talk about a little bit about his music and like where he from, stuff like that, and how he got to where he is now. So my first question is to you: when you was growing up, who was you listening to a lot?
That's crazy. I was listening to like rock shit, like Nirvana, Disturbed, Breaking Benjamin, and then I found like Curtain Call by Eminem. When I don't know how old I was young as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was always playing that shit because my dad was a DJ. So he DJ'd like weddings and parties.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, damn, this shit's hard. And then 50 Cent and Ludacris was next. And then I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
This
The early 2000s movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was on that. My dad was on a lot of the early 2000s stuff too. So that's kind of how like my interest in music kind of started coming along and stuff. So listening to your music, you make a lot of like, in my opinion, I can't speak for everybody else, you make a lot more like more vibey stuff, more up tempo kind of stuff. So what do you think from you listening to when you was younger, what do you think kind of played a role in that? Because you said rock and like kind of like, and that's more stuff that's more fast paced and stuff. So you think that kind of played a role in how you make music now?
Yeah, I do. But so backing up to that, when I first started listening to like Nirvana and Disturbed, my dad bought me a drum set.
Mm-hmm.
So I think playing like beats and like trying to listen to songs and play them, I think that has to do with like the up tempo, like vibey shit. Cause I be making my own beats too.
Okay, I got
So
you.
I think that's probably what has the most to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also just what I feel. Like it don't matter. Like any type of beat could be played, and I'll just whatever comes to my mind.
I got you. So when you take me through like your music making process. Like what do you like to write? You like to punch in? You like to listen to the beat a little bit? Like what do you like to do?
Bro, I don't know how these people be punching in. I have.
Some people don't like to do it though. You
I
kind of find your niche, like kind of like what works for you.
Like I can freestyle. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody put a beat on, I could definitely freestyle. But when it comes to like if I'm stepping in the booth,
Right.
I draw a blank, bro. So like I'll just hear a beat, but my writing process is like I'll just pull my phone out, I'll hear a beat, and it takes me literally, no exaggeration, probably like 7-8 minutes, and I'm ready.
Right, I got
Play
you.
the beat like 2-3 times, and I'm ready.
Okay, so you get stuff done pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So what do you got? I know recently, in the past, like probably a year, you dropped a lot of music videos, a lot of like, so I'm on a lot of streaming services and stuff like that too. So talk to us about the music you've been dropping.
Really, this music that I've been dropping recently has been the best music I've definitely ever made. It's the first time where I've been sitting in the studio with a whole bunch of people and I see everybody in the room is vibing, even artists, because it's, you know how it is.
Right.
Artists around each other, they don't want to have no competition, but like in my eyes, I don't have no competition. So like I'm like that with anybody's music. I'm vibing, but like I can really see like when
you play your music, people in the room are bobbing their head. Like I see what you're saying. I got you.
But my best shit's unreleased. Like I've got I think over 100 songs out, but there's probably like 300 in my phone.
Okay, I got you.
That's the best shit, but I don't want to just drop it and it just be there for a minute and then
right, yeah,
everybody
right.
just looks over it.
If you got something good like that, you definitely want to plan ahead and how you want to drop it, the rollout for it, stuff like that. So yeah, and definitely nowadays visuals are so big. So if you don't got really a music video, you ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Everything is kind of YouTube now.
Yeah.
So like that's definitely a big part of it.
And I'm not gonna sit here and say I make all my beats because I'm big on the YouTube beats too.
Right. There's a lot of people, yeah, for sure, do that. Yeah.
People say that's a bad thing, but I feel like if it's out there and you can just anybody can make a song right now.
Right. If they didn't want you to use it, I don't think they will put it on there.
Right.
That's what I say. So.
They say that they got, but it's like the whole shit's on there. How are you gonna say you're charging for it if you don't put it on there, knowing it's gonna get taken eventually?
Right. Alright, I feel what you're saying. So I didn't know that you did make beats. So have you been making beats like this whole time? You kind of just started learning, or?
So last year I went into business with somebody. They put me in a situation where I could open up my own studio. So I had literally left my apartment, packed up all my shit, and moved in this studio, and was living in there for 365, 7 days a week, sleeping on the floor, on the futons, like, and I had the guy who put me in that situation put Pro Tools, Fruity Loops, and he just taught, like, I wasn't even recording myself before then, and he was like, just figure it out, you can use in this space, and I just started making beats.
Okay.
Like, I was watching videos and I was like, fuck it, dude, it's right in front of me, so I might as well do it. So
right. Just add another tool to the arsenal.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. You want to speak on a little bit what you got coming? I think I seen you had a show that's coming up.
Yeah, I got a show Wednesday at Arches Saloon in Hamilton for my birthday.
Okay.
And then, really, I just got more videos coming, like, but they're gonna be high production now. Like, I'm not putting out just bullshit anymore. Like, it's time to step it up. That's why I haven't been, like, I've been dropping music, but like the good shit, I want good production.
Right.
Actually, like, directed. You know what I mean?
I got you. I understand. What do you think about the music scene? I know, I'll obviously Cincinnati is like, it's really good, especially like the city. But like, what do you feel like about the music scene around like the outsides? So like, you got the Hamiltons, the Fairfields, the stuff like places like that. Like, what do you feel about like the music scene on the outside, Middletown? Like, I know there's a lot of rappers that rap out here. They always hit me up, so I know they're out here. They're out here.
The Hamilton, I think, is probably the most, like, there's so much talent in there, it's ridiculous. Growing up there, like, I've worked with so many people and they're just not putting forth that effort, so.
Right, just trying to take that next step.
Like, when I was in that studio, I was in Middletown, so that was all Middletown artists that came there, and
right.
I just think there's so many of us that there's so much talent, you know what I mean? It's not easy for everybody to.
Right, exactly.
Somebody
just to jump ahead and be like, yeah, I'm that guy. But it's so many of you. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I know like a group. I don't think they're a group anymore, but they're called the Casual Crooks. They're from Middletown, and they do a lot.
Shout out Kenneth Gray.
Yeah, I've done a lot of work with them and done a lot of vlogs and stuff with them and stuff. But always when they used to have their studio, I always felt like there was always people coming in and out of there. Everybody was from Middletown that was there, or Hamilton or Fairfield or something like that. So I kind of feel like the music scene out here is kind of like, it's good, but I see what you're saying, that people aren't putting in that effort to just take that next step. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think they believe in themselves.
Right.
Like, Casual Crooks, bro. Shout out to Kenneth Gray again, because I have a song with that boy, but they had people actually coming to their shows and like buying their shirts and shit. So like, they need to, whatever they were doing then is what they need to do now.
Right. Yeah, just like a lot more people, like, you know what I'm saying? They need to just like kind of come together.
People don't know this, but Kenneth Gray has a song with Dizzy Wright.
He does.
Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? People have done shit, but people don't see that shit. Like in Hamilton, KC has a song with Lil Baby. Like, that's fucking Lil Baby, and people just overlook that shit.
Right, I understand. Sometimes it be just that small town mentality.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants to be that guy.
I understand. You got anybody to shout out? Anything you want to talk about? You got coming next? Music? Anything?
Really a shout out to everybody. Like, I think that we're in such a position right now with the internet and everything that everybody can make it, bro. Like,
you just gotta use the tools around you.
Yeah, and I think the desire, like, you just have to have that drive, bro. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
I got you.
But back to that, shout out to Swaggy Q, shout out to PJ, and shout out to Breezy Propane. And shout out to Under Fucking Dogs and Rob. That's my boy.
Tell people where they can find your music, your social medias, all that. I'm gonna put it down below too, but yeah, tell them where you can find it.
Breezy Propane on everything, on Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Breezy Propane, everything. 2023 it's coming. It's happening now.